Yo, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Steins. When we last left off, we were discussing things with Mocha and trying to get her to tell us what was going on with that D-mail. And yeah, as you can see, things weren't quite... things got a bit violent, but hopefully now things will get the answers we want. FB doesn't deserve your loyalty. Tell me everything. I ignore the ache in my heart as I push harder. But Mocha shakes her head violently. FB won't betray me. FB won't abandon me. Then why did you kill yourself in 4 days? You kill me, and make it look like a suicide. I wouldn't need to cover it up if I kill you. I'll just undo your death with my time machine. Aye. When I get here, you were sitting in the corner like a lump rag, crying about how FB won't answer, remember? But how many days has it been? How often did FB contact you before? And when did it stop? I keep the questions coming, needing to pile on the pressure. It used to be every day, but it's already been 10 days. 10 days with no contact, correct? Mocha looks up with me with pleading eyes. I won't betray FB. FB betrayed you. I believe in FB. He threw you away. FB used you, and now your usefulness has ended. FB isn't like that. Then what sort of person is he? She is gentle to me, like a mother. I finally had a place I belonged. Like a mother? FB is a woman? I expected an evil-looking old man like you see in the movies, but I guess I was wrong. I talked to her about my worries. She always replied the right way. Like a friend, but gentle, accepting. Have you met her? Mocha shakes her head weakly. You haven't met, even though she's like your mother? Your friend? Damn, if they had met, I could have gotten Mocha to lead me to her. Rounders must hide their identities from one another. So you've talked, but you never met. But you must have... but you must have wanted to meet her, right? Even if it was against the rules? No. No! It would ruin everything if she saw the real me. Did she ever say she wanted to meet you? No. Never. And I never asked. So no phone calls either then. Mocha turns away. Then she nods faintly. Didn't you wonder why? Why would such a kind, gentle woman refuse to meet you in person? Was it really just the rules? And why isn't she returning the emails now? Think about it. She was using you. You were tricked. Don't say that. She's not like that. What did her last email say to you before she stopped contacting you? Leave the IBN 5100 at the designated location. The IBN 5100? Mocha, you fool. You let your tongue slip. 2 weeks ago, FB told her to leave the IBN 5100 at the drop point. That means she already had it in her possession at the time. I recall how Mocha kept bombarding me with questions about the IBN 5100. I might have let slip that I found it at the computer at Yanabayashi Shrine. After that, she sent her D-mail. The ward line changed. The lock was broken at the shrine on the shrine's storehouse door. The IBN 5100 was gone. The facts point to one conclusion. She sent herself the location of the IBN 5100. Now that I know, it seems obvious. If only I hadn't trusted Mocha. If only I'd seen through her lies. But no, I played right into her hands. I was the tool's tool. I almost burst into self-delirium laughter. But I desperately hold back and keep a straight face. What was the designated location? The coin locker in front of Daibu. Huh. The coin locker in front of Daibu. Wait, isn't that where Lukaku hit the IBN 100 on the previous war line? Is this just another effect of convergence or coincidence? Can I retrieve the IBN 5100 if I go there now? No, I can't expect it to still be there. Remember what happened to with Lukaku? The invisible force of convergence is The invisible force of convergence is keeping the IBN 5100 away from me. If I get it back, I need to cancel Mocha's D-mail. I know the message. I already reached my goal. Mocha starts crying softly. I sigh and lift myself off Mocha's body. Then I lean back against the wall and stretch my aching limbs. I take Mocha's phone out of my pocket. I'm using your phone. Mocha slowly gets up. She wipes her tears and fixes her hair and clothes. Her wavy hair obstructs her face from this angle, so I can't make out her expression. She doesn't react to what I said. Even though I'm no longer restraining her, she doesn't try to attack me and take back her phone. I open Mocha's mailbox and search for the D-mail. It takes about 3 minutes, but I finally found it. M4? 3 mails from Mocha's own phone. Each 12 characters long, sent on August 4th and received on July 31st. Retro PC at Yanabayashi Shrine. Just as I suspected, Mocha changed the D-mail in a few seconds. I had my back turned. All I need now is to send the cancellation mail. You at the lab? Don't worry more like that, idiot. What? Were you worried about me? I mean, you set off an off an obvious death flag. I'm surprised you're still alive. Where are you now? I'm standing by at the lab. Set the machine, I'm sending another D-mail. Destination? July 31st, 11 AM. Do not go, not at shrine, it's a trap. While Krisu calculated the hours, I typed the mail. I say, do not go, not at shrine, it's a trap. I address the mail to the phone wave name to change. Okay, all set. Alright, activated. Activated. I press the send button. The mail starts sending. Meaning Steiner should activate, this time for sure. I brace myself for the incoming vertigo. Well? Nothing. Why won't it change? Another mistake? No, there's no way. I know what Mocha's message said, this email should have cancelled it. Why isn't it working? What the hell's wrong this time? What did the first email say? That the IBN 5100 was at the Yanabayashi Shrine. I tried to cancel it by telling it it's a trap, but it didn't work. I'll try to phrase it differently. Wait. We went through this with the Lotus 6 experiment, remember? The Lotus 6 experiment? I sent myself the winning lots numbers, but the pass me didn't buy the ticket. Instead, he gave the winning numbers to Lukaku. The person who reads the D-mail chose whether or not to act accordingly. Kuru learned that the IBN 5100 was at the shrine, though the cancellation came right afterwards. I guess she ignored it and went anyway? Maybe she didn't believe the cancellation mail, or maybe she was so diligent she tried to track it out even when told not to. I glance at Mocha. She's still hanging her head, but her tears have run dry. I wonder if she's listening. Damn. Even when told it was too risky to go to the shrine, she went anyway. We need a more persuasive message, something that will prevent her from going to the shrine. Like what? That's the problem. Is it possible to persuade her with just 36 bytes of text? Should we consider other possibilities? What if I send an email to myself on July 30th? Could I beat her to the IBN 5100? Were you even interested in the IBN 5100 then? Damn. When did I start caring about the IBN 5100? I can't remember. Fine, that's out. I'm trying to think of what you could say. Tell him to invest in better locks? I don't know. Okabe from back then was somewhat different. Fine, that's out. How do I convince Mocha to listen? At the moment, an electric shock went through my brain. 2 initials. FB. What? Mocha's handler. She's obsessed with FB. If the mail comes from FB, she'll do whatever it says. Do you have FB's phone? No, they haven't met. We don't even know where FB is. Then there's nothing we can do. Give me a little time. Gonna make me wait again? Well, I've been pulling all-nighters recently, so whatever. Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Even after praying answers out of Mocha, there's still more work to be done. Fate really seems to love getting in its way. In my way. Alright? To break out of this world line, I need FB's identity and location. I call Mocha's name. When she finally looks up, I drop her phone onto her lap. She accepts it with a confused expression. Looks like we're searching for FB now. Mocha grabs her phone, but she doesn't look at the screen. I sigh deeply. I need to get as much information on FB out of her as I can. How exactly did you become around her? Honestly, I couldn't care less. I having to stand here talk to this woman, with the woman who killed Mayuri. Hugging her phone to her chest, Mocha retrieves her glasses and puts them back on. 4 years ago, I tried to kill myself. Her voice is a barely audible whisper. For a moment, I'm surprised she's not talking by mail. I had no hope. I wanted to get away from everything. Why? No big reason. The expression is blank, lifeless as always. But behind her glasses, even her eyes are red from crying. There's only a trace of emotion. They are the only trace of emotion on her doll-like face. Little things. Lots of little things piled up. I've always been like this. And your family? Mocha shakes her head a little. She has none, I guess. I don't bother asking whether she even had parents. Doesn't really matter. Locked myself in my room and overdosed on sleeping pills. But I didn't die. Afterwards, I got a mail. Recruiting rounders, it said. It was sent to hundreds of people, not just me. Isn't that spam? Do the rounders really recruit like that? Nothing mattered anymore, so on a whim, I replied. And then FB contacted me. Ever since then, I followed FB's orders. You were always stationed in Akiba? Mocha shakes her head. Until 3 months ago, I was in Nagoya. Before that, Yokohama. Before that, the Rounder's chief duty is to acquire IBN 5100s. I guess they had her travel all over Japan digging up info on retro PCs. How many IBN 5100s have you found so far? Not even one. No results? It sounds like Seven is spending a lot of effort for not much return. But that return is keeping them safe. Like, imagine if they didn't do all this, someone gets an IBN 5100 and boom, Seven's secret is out. You know, it's a lot of money or effort. I don't know, it depends on how much effort it is on them. I sigh deeply once again. So what now? Are you going to sit here wallow in despair until you kill yourself 4 days from now? Or do you want to rebel against fate? Rebel? Even I ask the question, I know that for her, rebellion is impossible. This world line has already approved her death. She's in the same situation as Mayuri. No matter what she does, she will die. I know that, and yeah, I asked the question. FB used you and threw you away. Accept it, and then ask yourself what you go. Accept it, and then you ask yourself what you're going to do about it. Mocha looks down. Even if FB did use me, that was the only place I belonged. That was the first time in my entire life that I was needed. FB gave me purpose. To protect that purpose, to protect FB, I would do anything. You're beyond hope. I stand up. Drawn in your dependence drown in your dependence for I care. Your death has already been decided. But I won't let fate have its way. I'm rebelling to the end. No matter what, I will save Mayuri. Just a little more. I can't give up now. It's midnight, and Akibara is practically empty. The silence is eerie. There's no sign of anyone near the coin locker. Considering the IBN's size, it couldn't fit in the regular sized lockers. She might have put it in one of the 3 large lockers on the right. The light's on. The bottom locker is still in use. Is the IBN 5100 inside? My heart starts pounding in my chest as I feel my face grow hot with excitement. We've been apart for too long, my partner, but now only a thin locker door separates us. Is this what love feels like? Let's not go crazy. I force myself to consider the situation calmly. Is the IBN 5100 really inside? I want to check right this instant, but I can't believe I forgot to ask Mocha which locker she used. Should I get a crowbar or something to pry the locker open? If the IBN 5100 really is inside, and I steal it, what will happen to this war line? I've yet to cancel all the D-mills, which I thought was the only way to restore the original war line. But now the IBN 5100 is so close, why can't I just reach out and take it? I know how to cancel Mocha's D-mill, so I can always do that if this doesn't work. Let's try it, just to make sure. First, I make a quick visit to the lab. Ignoring the complaints of the lab members, who stayed awake in the lab all night, I retrieve a makeshift crowbar from the development room. Then I return to the lockers and thrust the pointed tip to the crowbar into the crack of the door. Just as I begin to pry, a shrill siren shatters the night. I look up to see red lights and a patrol car coming my way. The timing couldn't have been worse, there's even a camera there. The police release me after about 30 minutes of scolding. I return to the coin locker and try to pry it open again. Immediately another patrol car appears. This time they take me to the police station. I'm stuck in the interrogation room all night, getting preached by a policeman. I concluded that this is another effect of the attractive field convergence. No matter what I do, I cannot attain the IBN 5100 on this world line. That is what fate has decreed. I get the police to call my father, and then they finally release me. They didn't go so far to arrest me, but the policeman, as well as my father, scolded me harshly. I act apologetic, but actually the words fall on deaf ears. After my father goes home, I head straight to Mocha's apartment. I tried calling her. I took the opportunity to memorize her phone number yesterday, but she wouldn't pick up at all. Before I get there, I send a mail to Dower asking him to check if the coin locker is still occupied. The door to Mocha's apartment is unlocked. I find Mocha hugging her knees in the corner, just like she was when I first found her. So, you put the IBN 5100 in the bottom right locker, correct? How? Out of all the lockers, only 3 of them hold the IBN 5100. Out of those 3, only the bottom one was in use. Excuse me while I check this message. I'm sure you don't mind. Doe. Found it. Check the big locker on the lower right is in use. What's this about anyways? Don't make me your errand boy so early in the morning. Fool! For some reason I thought you would say food, but that would make little sense. Anyways, if that's the one you used, then FB hasn't picked it up yet. Do you know what that means? Mocha frowns. It means that if you stake out the locker, you'll get to meet FB. It hadn't occurred to you, since some secret agent you are. I'm heading there now. You coming? What will you do if we meet her? Borrow her phone? That's the best way to protect Mocha from going to Yan Abayashi Shrine. I can't meet her. I'm too afraid. The real me could never live up to her expectations. Something tells me her expectations were never that high to begin with. Mocha's face contorts again. I'm being blunt, not only because Mocha is Maru's murderer, but also because Mocha's weakness is starting to get on my nerves. Just like Daruzmaru said, the locker is still occupied when I get there. I look around to make sure there are no patrol cars. No crowbars this time. I don't feel like getting arrested. I head across the street to Daiboyur and hide behind one of the humongous pillars and begin the stakeout. My legs are getting tired. I was going to borrow Maru's portable game console, but I decided I don't need the distraction. Still, it's getting pretty tough to keep standing like this. I also need to stay inconspicuous. Someone might notice if they see me standing in the same place for hours. I wouldn't want a security guard to give me trouble. I mean, I guess there's not much worry about that. I've already been here for several hours without incident. My legs are numb, so I squat and lean against the pillar. So hungry. I love to go and get food, but I can't take my eyes off the locker. Just then, somebody taps me on the shoulder. FB? I try to leap to my feet, but my legs get tangled and I fall over. Oh. Mocha's standing there looking down at me with those glassy eyes. What are you doing here? I'll keep watch too. Is that okay? Why the change of heart? I stand up and dust off my clothes. Are you comfortable with your male-only relationship? Weren't you? I thought you wanted to maintain that distance. So what made you decide to risk a meeting? At this rate, Mocha puts her head on her knees. She looks ready to cry. I've seen that expression once before, in a mood-lit apartment. If I lose contact with FB, I lose my connection. To the world? Mocha nods faintly. You can't bear to be alone yourself, yet you'll end up innocent. You can't bear to be alone yourself, yet you'll end an innocent girl's life because some person you never met told you to. A cultist. That's what you are. And a cult leader, FB, abused her weakness before throwing her out like old clothes. Pisses me off. FB's cruelty, Mocha's weakness, I can't decide which I hate most. Then, Mocha nervously brings out a convenience store bag. What's this? Instead of answering, Mocha looks away. I look inside. Whoa, milk and bean buns. Exactly what you need on a stakeout. There's enough for two. You bought this for me? Mocha nods. Very well, you may join the stakeout. Now we can take turns watching, and we'll look less suspicious to passerbys. The night draws on, still no sign of FB. We nap in 1-hour shifts, but it doesn't help the exhaustion. On top of that, I don't have anyone to talk to. Mocha can't keep a conversation going, so there's nothing I could do to stave off the boredom. I went back to the lab to shower just before dawn, but Krisu, who was working on all night on the time loop machine, just glared at me. The wait finally ends just after 1 PM on the 13th. I feel like this might be a good place to end the episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!